Guys, welcome to my freaking fitness and social media journey. It's a total of 7 years. I started from the ages 13 to 20 years old. I'm 20 now, turning 21 in 2 months. But yeah, you can see from a young age, I was so skinny. This was me at like 12, 13 years old, almost 13. And I was just skinny. I was skin and bones. But then you can see here, I'm a big man. I'm a big old hippo. You see, I got fat, and here you can see I'm a bit more fit, but I still got some body fat on me. Let's get started. So the beginning, ages 13 to 15, about 2019 to 2021. This was the beginning. This is when I hadn't even joined the gym. I just started working out, body movements. Training protocol was like push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups. I was doing those 10-minute ab workouts, stuff like that. And the outcome, I actually built a pretty good, pretty decent physique, But I was very skinny. You can see I have some good definition, kinda is coming out, but my six-pack looked pretty alright. But I was just skinny. I was very skinny. You can see here, very skinny. Here you can see that I actually put some body fat on, and I put a bit of muscle on, but it was not good. I did not look good. This is my first gym experience. This age 15 to 16. About 21 to 2022. So yeah, this is how I looked. This is before ever touching the gym, before ever setting in the gym, stepping foot in the gym. I was very skinny. My arms were very skinny, but my chest development was pretty good, and actually my triceps were pretty good because I was doing a lot of push-ups, everyday push-ups. I was playing basketball as well. And then I started eating a lot more. I started actually playing basketball way less, and I started putting on a bit of fat because I wasn't running the same way. I wasn't doing as much cardio as was before. So you can see the definition kind of went away, but I am way bigger, and it's kind of my puberty, so puberty helped a lot as well. You can see here like a lot more fat, kind of the same amount of muscle, maybe a little bit more, but nothing really good. This was the time as well that I started my first social media. So I started doing Instagram theme pages. I made a Tesla account, so Tesla car. So I made a theme page about that, and I amassed about 12,000 subscribers. Right now it's like around 9,000 because I haven't posted in 4 years. But you can see that I was actually able to get a big following, but the problem was that I just stopped enjoying it. It's the first 2 years or like a year that I did it. It was actually quite alright. I did about a year, but it just got boring, and I made like 15 euros from it. I barely got anything from it. But this was the status. So age 15 to 16, started weight training, started going to the gym for the first time. It's a lot of progress, But with basketball and shit nutrition, I knew nothing about nutrition. So I was eating in the morning. I would eat cereal. I would eat school food. I would come home, and I would have more cereal and some other shit, bread, etc. I didn't know anything about nutrition, as well as training. I wasn't training well. I didn't really know anything about protein and stuff like that. Like, I was not very knowledgeable. It's usually like that for people their first year, at least back at this time. So this is where at age 16 I actually started cutting out basketball entirely. So I was not playing basketball as much, and I grew bigger and way stronger. But with the same habits, I gained a bit of fat, gained a bit of weight. So age 17, 2022, this was my start of the gym era. This was when I was locked in the gym. I loved the gym. It was the best. It was like the focus on my entire day was the gym. And I think it's like this for a lot of people. Like, people reminisce about these days. 2022, it wasn't that long ago, but this was like the peak gym era, Ziz, hard style, all of those things. So peak gym era, locked in at the gym. And I also started my self-improvement journey. So I was watching a lot of Hamza, First Man. I wanted success. I was looking at Red Pill, and I actually started a YouTube account. And I started posting the edits about reject modernity and embrace masculinity. Those type of videos. Maybe you've seen them. And I amassed about 3,000 subscribers and really good views actually. really good views. But the moment I tried to monetize it, it denied me because I wasn't using my own footage. I was using footage from other people, and it didn't work out. And then I lost motivation again, and I just stopped. But I should have kept going or just changed it up and tried to monetize again. But I just stopped, with school and everything. It just sucked. But at the same time, I booked up and I got a girlfriend. Because I got a girlfriend, I was not eating the most clean. Actually, here I learned how to eat more clean, eat better, train better. Actually kind of track my progress and learn from YouTube, learn from Instagram and stuff on how to train properly. But I did not eat well. I was eating a lot of candy, eating a lot of shit food, junk food, etc. So I bulked up and I kind of got a little fat. I stopped looking really good, But boom, start of 2023, I actually broke up with my girlfriend. So this was my first cut and hustle error because of that. The catalyst was break up with my girlfriend because she cheated on me. So that really boosted my motivation to start my cut. I tried to get that Tyler Durden physique for Fight Club, and I think I did a pretty good job. I was the leanest I've ever been here, except from when I was really little, but with muscle, it was the leanest I've been, and I felt really good. And a lot of people say that this was the best look I had, and maybe they're not wrong. I did look pretty good here. So what I would do here, I actually got 3 jobs, 3 jobs actually. So I got I was a gym employee. If you've been a gym employee, you don't do a lot. So I was like, as a gym employee, I was just on my phone. I was just scrolling. So it was chill work. But after gym employee work, I would actually go and do door-to-door sales, and I would sell alarm. I would sell alarms. So I would wake up at like 8. I would go and work, and then I would go to the gym, and after that, I would have door-to-door sales until very late, very very late in the day. And on the weekends, I would actually be a basketball referee. So I would do work 7 days of the week, and it was kind of my hustle era. So I was making a lot of money here, not a lot actually, but I was working a lot. But yeah, I got really lean, and because of this work, I was walking every day so much, 20k steps a day, 20k steps a day. So I was very lean. I was feeling really good. I was out in the sunlight all the time. I started this with my best friend, so it was so fun. But then he left, and it got colder, and I was just on my own with my own thoughts, and it kind of started sucking, especially when school started. Yeah, life just became overwhelming. It was too much, and I had to quit sales. But maybe it was a good decision. So then, this was actually also when I had my social media breakthrough. So I actually started doing a little bit of social media, filming my own videos, stuff like that, doing my own edits and shit, stuff like that. So I made a new YouTube account, got about 2,000 subscribers, and it was kind of a cringe video, but it was those looks matching ones, and it got 1 million views. And on Instagram, I made a video, I got 3.6 million views. So content popped off. I got really creative. I made creative ideas, and I knew that this is something I know how to get views and stuff like that. So this really when I knew that this might be something I might do forever. Anyways, age 19, so 2024. So start of 2024, I bulked up, and I got to 90 kilos. This is when I was my biggest, so I was really big. But the problem was that this was when I was bulked up, so I would look really big when bulked up and really good. But as soon as my pump went away, I was just looked like shit. So I was gonna look like this. It was not good. Bulked up, very steady progression. Bulked up, I got really strong, but I had decided I gotta cut. So I slowly started cutting, and it was a really good cut. And I actually got down to I went 6 kilos down, and I was stronger here than I was here. So it was really good. And this is actually what I started to post on TikTok, but I didn't really go viral. I just had steady progression, a few 100 views, some thousands of views, and stuff like that. So it wasn't anything crazy. Fast forward, I booked a solo trip to Europe. So why I booked this, because I had a gap year, half a year from graduating from upper secondary school to starting my military service. I'll get into that. So I was like, you know what? I'll go travel in between these days. So I went 1 month. I went to Europe, just across Europe. I took buses and stuff like that. I don't really go with train. But I had a big ass backpack and I was like walking a lot. So I lost a lot of weight. So I dropped 8 kilos, mostly fat, but also a bit of muscle, which sucked, you know. And, you know, I started looking really good. This was one of the best physiques I've ever had. I really looked like a, you know, I feel like I look kind of more like David Lade here. So I really, really did like this physique. But yeah, so solo traveling, that really like reshaped my experience and my life thoughts, and like, holy shit, this is actually something I want to do like long term. So I love traveling as something I'm going to keep doing my whole life. And on that trip, I was like, you know what, I'm booking another one. So I booked another trip for 2 months to Southeast Asia. So I landed in Singapore, went over to Malaysia, and after that to Thailand, and I was in Thailand for like over a month. So that was honestly the best time of my life. It was the best. I had complete freedom and adventure. I could do anything I wanted to, and I knew nobody there, so it was so nice. It was such a refresh. It was so good. But the physical state, this was the problem. I was so lean. This is the leanest I've ever been, leaner than when I was 13. So I was so lean, but my strength like tanked drastically. My strength was down like crazy. So before, I would be able to do 100 kilos for like 12 reps, whereas now I could only do 1 rep for 100 kilos. It was really like, it was kind of my, it was a hit to my ego, you know. I was like, damn, I should have worked out more during this trip. I should have ate more. But stuff like that happens, and I do not regret it. But yeah, this is actually when I started to, my TikTok started to pop off. I was able to go viral in a lot of them. This has 300,000 views, 500,000, 600,000, and I actually fell on my bike as well. And yeah, it was the best I looked, the best I felt, but my strength was not there. Fast forward, so I came back from the trip before Christmas, did New Year, and the 6th of January 2026, I started my military service. So it was age 19 to 20. Finnish military service begins. So my mandatory military service, this was my first day. You can see I shaved my head and I went blonde. And you can see that I actually had crazy progress. The first 2 months was insane progress because I was eating so much. I was walking a lot and I was gymming a lot. I was going to gym a lot. But the problem began after these 2 months. Why? Because we had a lot of field days. So we go a bunch of days of the month to the forest, and we just spend our days there, sleeping there, not getting enough sleep, and not eating enough. And that meant that, you know, I would make a lot of gains at the brigade, but as soon as I went to the forest, to the field, I was just losing all, and it was the up and down cycle all the time. It sucked, man. So this was kind of my physique almost through the whole military, except when I got accepted to reserve officer school. So reserviupseerikoulu. So this was actually my second hustle era. My first hustle era was in 2023, and my second one was in the military, 2025. So I got selected for an officer school, and this was funny because they had a few fun things. There was a route you could run that was about 10 kilometers. If you run that 10 times, you would get an extra day of leave. So you get an extra day of holiday. So I was like determined to do this. A reserve officer school takes 100 days, but not all of those 100 days you're able to do that run. And actually, I accidentally also joined the student body. So my work there was, I was a kind of like a fitness guy. It works for me. So that was my like job. But I searched for it thinking I wouldn't get accepted to it, but nobody else searched for it. So I was the only one that got the job, and it was a lot of work. It was more than I thought I would have to do. So this was kind of my daily routine. I'd wake up, at like 5 if we had morning runs, usually 6, but sometimes 5. We had morning runs, we would eat breakfast, and then 8 p.m. our lessons begin. And it would last until like 4 p.m. After 4 p.m., I had to do my student body responsibilities, so I had to go work extra hours. And after that, I would go on the 10-kilometer run. It would take like 45 to 60 minutes. After that, I would actually start cutting hair. So in the military, in the first like 4 months, I actually started cutting hair, and I perfected it in reserve officer school. And I got really good at fades, and people were paying me a good amount to do these fades. So this was kind of my business during the military, because we were making like 6 to 10 euros per day. Nothing. We were not making anything. But at the end of reserve officer school, I actually made like 25 to 35 euros per haircut, which was insane to me. But the problem here was that I was doing all this. So I would cut hair, and after I would cut hair, I would start studying, because we had tests, etc. We had exams. And after that, I would go to sleep. So I would go to sleep at like 12 or 1 p.m. and I would just get like 5 to 6 hours of sleep, or maybe even 4. And that meant that my physique really suffered, because I was not getting enough sleep. I was not going to the gym, and it just sucked, you know. So this is actually me with a pump, but I look really bad. I just don't look as good as I looked here, or even here. Anyways, I graduated from reserve officer school, and I returned to my old brigade, and the same cycle begins. So I would go to a field, and would go down, and then I would eat again at the brigade, and would go down again because I got field days. But it was such a fun time, and I was actually looking over with like 30 men, so I had a lot of responsibility, so it was a lot of stress as well, which really sucked, you know, for me. A lot of cortisol. But yeah, this is how it looked like, and actually they punished me because I got my the people I was looking over for me, they kind of did a prank on me, maybe not on purpose, and I made them do push-ups, and the military is bullshit. They punished me and made me have 5 weeks without leave. That sucked. It was one of the worst times ever. But after that, I actually got 16 days of leave, which was amazing, and I traveled to Tunisia, and this is me at like a Star Wars location, so that was amazing. This was also a fun field day. We went and we worked with American soldiers, so this is me with their gear and the guns. It was nice. This is also when like my TikToks like really started popping off. So before, they got pretty good views here, but this is when they really popped off. Spy Gravity, 300,000, 700,000, 700,000, 1.6 million, almost 9 million followers. I'm almost at 10,000 followers now, but it's just kind of shit posting. So I haven't made any money from this, because I'm not really honed in on anything. I've just went viral on videos. So no sponsorships, no nothing. It's just viral videos here and there. And you know, it's not anything crazy. But I actually made a trend. This was like a Korean trend. So I didn't start the actual trend, but it's a K-pop Korean trend where you would lift like a hair or a hat or something. It would look like you're running in air. And I did this, but with military uniform, and that sparked like the whole of Finland and other countries' military to start doing the same thing. So I really did go viral on there. Now fast forward to present day. I actually got done with the military just before Christmas, December 18th, and after that my progress has actually like exploded, and I'm looking really good. I still have some fat, and I'm on my card right now, but I'm only getting better and better each and every single day. So that was my fitness journey. Follow or subscribe to follow my journey. I'll be posting more here and try to teach you guys, try to talk more about my fitness journey, what you can do, you know, just tips and tricks and stuff like that, you know. So please follow, and actually if you want, comment fit for one-on-one coaching. We can hop on a call and we can see if we're a good fit. And this is actually where I started also. Before that, I started a new Instagram account, and I'm now a bit over a month into it, and it's at 343 followers. So this is something I'm trying to build, and by the end of the year I know I'll be at over 10,000 followers and I'll be making money from this. So if you want one-on-one coaching, comment down below and let me know. We'll schedule a call.